As you might know, I like to check out a fair amount of these lowish budget sci-fi movies, and this is the latest in that series, and the main reason I picked this one in particular is Emile Hirsch, who I think is a really good actor. However, I don't think he's really been fulfilling his potential in recent years, and I don't know if he's just not getting cast in better roles or if he just picks subpar projects. But the truth is that, well, I haven't really seen him play a major role in anything really good lately, so I figured I'd give this a shot since it did look sorta interesting. And it is. The premise here is that there's this man and his young daughter, and they're cooped up in their house and have been for quite a while. They don't leave or go outside because apparently it's dangerous. However, what's going on outside isn't exactly clear early on, and it might just be paranoia on the part of the dad. He might not be all there. Or is he? So the question becomes, what exactly is going on outside, if anything at all? And that's sort of what pulled me in and got me intrigued. And we do eventually get answers to all of that as the movie moves along too. It doesn't leave us hanging. But at first this felt like some sort of a mix between the movies Room and Cloverfield Lane. However, turns out this is something very different from either of those. It's actually a pretty original movie with a few fresh ideas. Not wholly original, I've seen similar themes and concepts before, but a lot of the plot and the details did feel fresh and not like something I've seen a million times before. However, I'm sorta dancing around the details here on purpose, trying not to give anything away, because a lot of what makes this interesting is all of that stuff. All of the details and that sort of thing. And slowly finding out what exactly is going on and how it all fits together. And I will also say that this is actually a fairly ambitious movie too. It tries to do a lot, it put in a fair amount of effort into building the world here. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and you know, I gotta respect that. Because anytime a movie tries something ambitious and original, I applaud it. With that being said, I don't think it really worked as well as it could have. And when it finally started to open up and reveal its cards, and that aura of mystery was gone, I slowly started to lose interest. Which is a shame, and I'm not completely sure why that happened, but it did, and by the end of it I was just barely paying attention. But I do know that one of the issues I had with this was the overall presentation. Not necessarily the look of it, that was actually fine, and I can forgive the cheap special effects as well. Those really weren't anything very special, to be perfectly honest. However, I almost immediately realized that I wasn't a huge fan of the direction and the editing, and I couldn't really pinpoint what exactly my issue was. But for whatever reason, it just didn't really work for me at all. And that was definitely a big problem, but other than that, I can't really say I had that many major issues with this either. Not a whole lot stood out as being terrible or annoying, but it definitely didn't end up being anything all that remarkable as a whole either. You know, a solid premise with an intriguing idea that at the end of the day just sort of fell a bit flat. I wouldn't say it fell apart, but it did fall flat and didn't end up impressing me too much. So I guess it's back to hoping Emile Hirsch is gonna find some great roles one of these days. Because I honestly think he deserves better than this, and is capable of better than this too. Not that he was bad in this, he gave a solid performance. But he wasn't really that impressive either. Anyway, how about it? Would I recommend this? Not really, but if you want to see something a bit different and quite original, maybe. So, you know, perhaps skip this one, or don't. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic. And if you'd like, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal through the links in the description. And as always, I appreciate you, and thanks for watching.